So did Olufumi leave you or did she stay with you?
No, I have questions to ask.
We all have questions.
Why is Odumodu Black butchering and daggering?
On a love song?
On a love song. No.
Ha. That was a conversation that was on social media over the weekend. Because I remember having a conversation with my younger sister. I'm like, why put someone that wants to butcher on a love song? Like, what's he doing there?
So,
I understand they wanted a rapper, but they could have put another rapper who could, you know, sync with the love song.
I mean it's reimagined. I like the idea of the project. The first one was amazing. Ali Kabasa with the idea is amazing. Was the one that he brought Vector, photocopy. Nice. It was really good. I loved it. Classic song. This one is also a classic song, and I like the fact that he's trying to, you know, get the Gen Zs involved on this song. But I think there should have been better people. I think if he even brought Adekunle Gold on it, it would have been really good. But
Do you think Benson would have done a good job?
I have my reservations about Ben. Ruga could have probably done some. Rema
and
could have actually done. No, not Ashake.
Not Ashake.
But yeah, I don't know if you will see with me, but that Odumodu's part was just a bit off for me. It's love. It's a butchering and daggering.
I actually loved every other part. Like everything just
Fireboy came through.
Chorus. Yes, he did.
Joy Boy came through. Bunch,
all the
by
way.
the way.
Yeah.
Came through.
Yeah, he did.
You know.
Odumodu passed through.
Wow.
But it's a lovely song, and before it actually, the video dropped on Friday, and before that we also checked out Techno's new video, which also dropped on Friday. It was raining videos on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, it's always new music Friday, so we always expect new stuff, and then it's towards the end of the month. It's summertime, you know, so all these guys are dropping their jams now in preparation for summer. Techno, by the way, this is his new song under the imprint of Empower and Cartel. This is a fusion of Empower, which is by Mr. Easy, and Cartel himself. So we're looking forward to the many more projects that is going to be coming out under this. I respect the fact that a lot of people feel like, you know, when you leave a particular label, you have to start your own imprint. Collaborations are not necessary. But Empower is a powerful brand.
Yes, it is.
Internationally, it's powerful. Techno himself is also a powerful brand. So I see the collaboration as a very, very powerful collaboration.
Yeah, it's a big move.
Yeah, it's a big move. Because it's not everybody that is business-minded. At all. Some people just want to focus on the music and you know, keep producing the music. And I think it's just, it's a welcome idea.
Yeah, and then I love the fact that Mr. Easy is a businessman and everybody knows. And they decided to work with him. Great stuff. All right, so in our music video, we've started the entertainment news. Next up...
Following speculations, American actor and filmmaker Ben Affleck is said to believe that he was temporarily insane when he married singer and actor Jennifer Lopez. According to Page 6, Ben Affleck is keen to end their marriage, claiming the decision to wed was due to temporary insanity. A source speaking to the publication said, and I quote, "If there was a way to divorce on grounds of temporary insanity, he would," end quote. The source added, "He feels like the last 2 years was just a fever dream, and he's come to his senses now and understands there is just no way this is going to work," end quote. People also reported Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez have very different approaches to fame, which has in turn led to clashes. Although the couple recently attended Ben's child's film school production together, they are reportedly living separately despite buying a $60 million mansion together last year. The divorce rumors were further fueled when fans noticed that J-Lo liked an Instagram post about broken relationships. She was also in Mexico City recently for her new film, Atlas. And during the press conference, she was asked point blank about the ongoing speculation that her marriage to Ben Affleck is over. Jennifer Lopez, who was still wearing a wedding ring, looked tense as she tried to laugh the question off before playfully scolding the man, saying, "You know more than I do about that," end quote. Just so you know, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez tied the knot in August 2022, rekindling their romance 20 years after they called off their first engagement.
So a lot of people had hopes for this. Because they're like, okay, young love now, they've seen life, they've gone into the world, they've done everything they want to do. So now they're coming back together. Maybe it's just fate or the universe saying you guys were meant to be together the first time, and now you're back together. But now with all the things that we're hearing, I'm like, what's going on? Because they look really cute.
I think this is a real life definition of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Because it's just funny for him to make the statement and say he was temporarily insane. It's just funny. I'm sure even the judge in court would laugh about this.
Of course.
Jennifer Lopez, by the way, just got a new movie just came out at last. Amazing production, by the way.
Lovely.
Her body's bodying.
Hey!
She's looking better. But the thing is, in 2002, they were engaged.
Yes, they were engaged. Yeah.
20 years after, which was 2022, they got back together and they actually got married this time around. What went wrong?
Well, that is a question for Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck to answer.
You know, this every time makes me realize the saying that they say there's a thin line between love and hate.
Yep.
A lot of people are invested in the wedding ceremony rather than the marriage.
Marriage itself.
You know, sometimes it's better to just just get married and live the rest of your life, you know, in peace and harmony than be. It's not easy also being a celebrity and putting your stuff out there and everybody just wants to see, but
wise words.
somehow deep inside of me, I just wish that they can, you know, get back on track.
Exactly. Like I had high hopes for them.
Definitely.
But after all J. Paul just said, let me just say wise words from J. Paul, Mr. Flames, on Children's Day on Esplash. I don't know what just happened, because it's Monday and motivating. But all of this is still speculation. Sources are saying things, and none of them have come out to say, oh, yes, I'm done. But at the end of the day, we'll just keep our fingers crossed and hope that this really works out.
He's actually done, because he actually put that out. His representative actually put that out. So it looks like it's actually a done deal. He's the one that said he was temporarily insane. So.
Well, at the end of the day, why are you still wearing your ring? Both of them are wearing their ring. Like paparazzi caught him out and he was hiding his ring finger. So why are you hiding it? If you're done, show us. It's blank.
Maybe there's a new movie coming out and we don't know.
Oh, so this promotion, Abby, and it's something like Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
It could be a
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. No, Atlas is out, so maybe they're doing a production together here.
Probably.
Well, my people, before we give ourselves a headache, let's go on this break and we'll be right back. Snoop Dogg speaks on Drake and Kendrick Lamar's rap beef. American rapper Snoop Dogg is wading on the Drake and Kendrick Lamar's ongoing feud, which has been a topic of conversation, especially in the hip-hop world. He made this known in an exclusive interview with Entertainment Tonight, where he stated that he has nothing but love for both Drake and Kendrick. Snoop said, and I quote, well, the only thing I want to say about that whole scenario is that I want to give both of them a shout out for raising the bar as far as lyrics, as far as song making and writing, because the writing has been upped since the confrontation, or whatever you call it, whatever they went through. Those are my nephews. I'm not in the middle of it. I support both of them, and that's personal business, not my business, end of quote. If you would recall, Snoop Dogg performed alongside Kendrick during the Super Bowl LV halftime show in 2022. Also, a few weeks ago, Drake used AI versions of Snoop and Tupac's voices on his diss track to Kendrick titled Tailor Made Freestyle. However, Billboard reported that the Canadian rapper was forced to remove the single due to a lawsuit threat from Tupac's estate.
I mean, there's no other way he could have put it.
Snoop Dogg is everybody's uncle.
He's an Agba.
Abi.
He's a senior man in the industry, so he's definitely not going to take sides with anybody. But I read that in his voice. They're my nephews, you know? Like, I read that in his voice. Snoop is... He loves both Kendrick and Drake. I mean, he loves everybody. He's everybody's uncle, like you said. So they know definitely that this is the rap culture. It's not the first time they've had beefs in the industry. And sometimes these things are strategically put out there, you know, just to stir up the pot and get people talking about the industry. Guess what? The whole world was talking about it. So it was a successful rap beef.
Yeah, it was.
You know, at the end of the day. So, I mean, that's it.
And I like the fact that he credited their songwriting skills and everything they did. Like, even though whatever is going on between them, but they are both powerhouses on their own.
I mean, even if they asked anybody else, if they asked the 50 or they asked the Eminem, any of the big guys in the industry, I'm sure this would be the same reply, because nobody would want to take sides in this and make it seem like they're supporting the other over the other.
True that, true that, true that. Cool, uncle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it with the entertainment news. We'll be back with Social View after this timeout. Stay tuned. Don't touch that down. I love the tune of that sound.
Yep.
And it just tells you that music itself always reinvents itself.
True.
Sometimes some sounds are not new. It's been done before. Melodies are not new. They just reinvent. This somehow gives me a vibe of a Run Town. Like, I think I've heard Run Town with this kind of vibe before. It sounds like something Run Town would jump on. But shout out to the new guys on the block. You guys are putting in the work.
Yes, they are.
Definitely here right there. I love it.
All right, and on that note, I say it's that time of the day when we come through with some amusement, as we'll be looking at some hilarious moments from the social media space. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Social View, guys.
Let's go.
Go ahead.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, what do you see in this plastic?
Is that gala?
Let me read it for you. At Omotowumi says, I bought this thing at the mall this afternoon thinking it was gala. I had already eaten it halfway before I realized it was dog food. I'm currently inside the toilet trying to vomit everything. Please pray for me, guys. So it's the way they make animal food these days, like human snacks. Exactly. So I feel like she had eaten up to half and she wanted to see the name, so she will buy more.
No, don't worry about it. You will not die. You just, like, maybe like 2 hours later, start developing symptoms like back
and wagging tail that is not there. Hey, gosh. This is crazy. So that's why when you see things, always read and check, because I'm sure it was written there, but mine wasn't there.
No, this thing has happened many times. Sometimes, have you seen dog food, cat food?
Yes, especially cat food, like tuna. You think it's normal? Hey. So that's what I'm saying. Animal treats, the way they make them like proper human snacks these days is alarming. All right, let's take this next one. And this one says, that girl they buy GOTV for every weekend. You don't check what she takes, save your name. If you be Demola GOTV, though. J. Paul, do you buy things for girls? What do you buy for them? Oh, you buy wigs, so they call you J. Paul wig, J. Paul flowers, J. Paul asun, J. Paul food.
No, I can't be restored by
J. Paul phone.
I know I cook food, but I'm too much of...
So when you cook, you don't send to them? So King OJ just reminded me of one, J. Paul afang, because J. Paul says he cooks the best afang. That's true, I've not tasted this. Okay, we'll talk after the show. No.
You cannot taste it. Ask the people that...
No, you will bring it, not that I'm coming to eat it.
People that have tasted it, they can testify.
I will ask Dala.
Just ask them, you cannot taste it.
I will ask Dala and I will taste it.
Dala has not tasted the afang.
Oh, she has not?
No, it's for
wow. Okay. So this is a public service announcement. Focus. If you're my friend, be my friend. If you're my enemy, be my enemy. Stay one place and stop confusing the thunder. So this one is just telling you that set your boundary. If you want to be my enemy, do it full time. If you want to be my friend, do it full time. Don't be my friend and be my enemy. As in, because if the thunder is coming, it's looking for the enemy, but you have already entered the friend lane. So...
I mean, what's that saying about keep your friends close, but your enemies...
And your enemies closer, yeah.
I mean, these days, you never really know who's your enemy. You just...
Exactly.
The best thing is, I mean, just don't trust too much. Like, even if you trust... You say when you're dining with the devil, you use a long spoon. So, I mean, the thing is just... Don't give too much expectations to people. I think that's the problem. You know,
and then don't say too much to people.
Well, they say the person that feels the most in life is the person that listens to everybody and the one that listens to nobody. So, yeah.
I told you that today we're dropping nuggets. You said a wise word from J. Paul again. And now we are back on the screen. So, at Can of Cans 11 says, Omo, nothing belongs to Caesar. Beg, make it go work. And at Mr. Mexi _, who is a nuisance on X, now responds, I'm going for what belongs to Caesar. Then, I will eat my cake and have it. Still reap where I didn't sow. I will even put myself in your shoes. And it go fit me, die. Finally, I will wear all that glitters and that 24 karat gold. So this is when you see people, they know that this is the norm, but they say, no, I must stand out. I will do the unusual so that you will know that somebody is shaking everywhere.
I mean, to each his own. But we actually give on to scissors and what to scissors because, I mean, I don't see with my 2 eyes that the things you think you don't believe in are actually some people's actual truth. You know, and if you're in their environment, it's best you just do it and get out of there.
That's why they say when you're in Rome, behave like a Roman.
I'll give you an example. I remember when we were shooting a film in Calabar. My dad, being an Englishman in London, but you know, they believe in all these local things. So when it got to the land where we're, you know, shooting, it's our land. But the guys for the area came out and said, you have to drop something. My dad was like, why? I don't believe in all these things, and this is my land. They say, okay, no problem. Guess what? We're standing there. Rain is falling on where we are. It's not falling elsewhere.
What?
I'm like, no jokes.
So did you guys finally declare?
Things happened. Equipments were blowing, getting burnt.
Oh, my word.
Different things were happening. Crew members, their legs were getting swollen.
I've heard about that one before.
Sick. You just did there, things are crossing. It was crazy. At the end of the day, guess what? We bought them a cow.
Imagine. So you still declared after the loss.
So it's best just do your thing and get out of there, in my own opinion. Yeah.
So this is between an interviewer and an interviewee. Focus. Interviewer asks, why is there a 2-year gap on your CV? And then the person says, I was in jail. And the interviewer asks, why? And then the response is, I killed the guy who told me after interview, we'll call you back. So if you were in this guy's shoes, the interviewer, what would you do? Will you call him back, even if not cleaner work you get?
No, at that point, you just say, I think you have gotten the job. Because if you still say, we'll get back to you.
Exactly. So just say, I'm sorry, all positions are full, but...
You will die.
But, hey, this one tough. I'm sorry, all the positions have been filled.
You'll be hearing from us.
I can refer you to our sister company. That's actually where they need somebody.
No, just tell him he got the job. Then change location.
So you carry the whole office and move because... This one tough, Let's just be going, I beg, because this one cannot give me a headache at all. Like, because everything has bots. You want to escape. See, we have come to the end of Social View, people, and we hope you actually were entertained. Truth Syndrome Monday is up next, and in case you missed a question earlier, we asked, have you ever doubted whether your parents gave birth to you? And if so, why? Why? Let's go! As in, Daniela always giving them a run for their money.
I love it.
All that hotness.
She's amazing.
Before.
She's actually amazing.
Okay. Before Jabal says it a third time, it's time for Truth Syndrome Monday. Today being Children's Day, we're asking, have you ever doubted whether your parents gave birth to you? And if so, why?
Well, ladies first.
No, go.
Have I ever doubted? To be honest, I mean, I grew up with love, lots of love. But there was this particular day, I had a sharp mouth. So I just said something to my mom, I can't remember, and I was walking away. And that's when my mom showed her javelin skills.
Hey, wait.
Just took her shoe. Poof! And the thing, I don't know how the thing curved and came and hit me right here in my leg. And I was just screaming. In my mouth, I was like, is this woman my mother? But yeah, it just shows that African mothers, you see that throwing skills, they never miss. If they throw it, it will touch you. There's no
it will touch you.
But yeah, that was the only day. I've always grown up with love, so I never for once doubted. But yeah.
So, yes, I've had doubts. And me, growing up, I used to be this very energetic kid. I had too much energy, so I was always looking for where to expand it. So even when I go to the parties, I was always coming on with gifts and everything. So there was this particular day I was restless, and then I can't remember what I was doing, and then, you know this, the table set where we have the CD player, the TV, all of that, and the speakers. I can't remember what happened. But on that fateful day, I broke one of those glasses.
Beautiful.
And then I went to sleep because I knew that when they come back at night, I was going to face Judgment Day. My mom and dad came back, and now me even go greet. Ah, welcome. They say, who broke it? Oh, they didn't even notice because we had swept it.
Yeah.
So it was the next morning. My dad was like, what happened here? I said, I don't know. My sister said, they don't know. Everybody was now looking at me. I was now looking at my dad. Next thing he said, you, what happened? It's you that... I don't know when I knelt down and started begging for my life because I know that I'm going to chop koboko the way my dad beats me. I said, Daddy, But in my mind, I was asking, is it really my father? But apart from that, we understand that African parents will always discipline their kids. And it has actually helped a lot of people to be disciplined. But at the same time, it has also traumatized some people on the other hand. So everything has its own...
I mean, it does have its ups and downs, but it's just one of those funny memories that
of course.
When we look back on, we'll be like,
yes.
Sometimes when you do yourself, you will know that you do yourself.
Before.
So there was this time, there's this guava tree, I think I've said this story before. There's this guava tree at the back of our house. I used to be there. So my mom used to tell me, don't climb when nobody's there. I not here. I love to climb. I was watching Jungle Boy that year.
As monkey now.
So I climbed up in the afternoon, hot afternoon. Then I was wearing glasses.
Hey.
So I climbed up.
Don't tell me it broke.
I was feeling the fresh air. I was feeling like I was in the jungle. So the next thing I don't hear, pa.
The branch snapped. Please tell me the branch.
I saw myself for like a few microseconds in the air, flying.
Wow.
I was flying in the air. I just felt myself face down on the ground. You know what happened? I just stood up. I went inside and I slept.
That's what you call a touchdown.
I did not tell anybody.
Before. Before. That's what you call a touchdown. Like,
But I mean, there's definitely
a lot of stories.
Moments.
See how you're having memories. See, Mama,
now that I'm thinking about it, definitely. What else again did I used to do as a child?
So there was this little cupboard that we used.
Your confessions are coming out. Mommy, are you watching?
So no, this one they already know. We used to play hide and seek in my house,
me
and my sisters, and I was the best at hiding because you would seek me, you would get to where I am, you will not find me. So everyone knew all my hiding spots, and then there was this small cupboard we used to keep undies and lingerie back then. So I took everything, stuffed it into a bag, put it under the bed, and squeezed myself into the cupboard and shut it. I had forgotten that the cupboard you have to open from outside. Hey! It was at a point, they had called my name. I slept off, woke up. I realized that time had gone. I started screaming for it. When they opened it, I begged my sisters not to tell my parents, but they still found out later. But nothing happened because they were thanking God for life.
There was one time. No, this one, I think it has happened to everybody. My mom used to have a shop, right? And it was a restaurant.
Yeah.
So there was just all kinds of... I mean, she was the one that started it before I took it. It was called Ethic Bites back in the day. You know, like the ethic culture and then bites. So people used to come to the shop and give me money. You know, young boy, well done. They will give me money. Take this money. And it's my mom that collects the money every time.
Hey,
buy pepper soup for him, give this money. My mom will collect the money and keep it. Till today, I have not seen those monies.
You don't go now?
Every time I ask, are you not eating in this house? Where's the food that
Quick
you're
question.
coming from?
All the times that you say, Mommy, I want ice cream, I want chocolates, where do you think the money is coming from?
I did not ask for chocolate. I did not ask for
now you, they sponsor all those your treats where they get to. Nobody send you. It's your money. You have spent your money.
I think that's where trust issues started from.
Exactly. Especially all those small money that they used to give you. They were a piggy bank, but then it turned out that they were a piggy overflow because it was overflowing.
We are their investments.
Exactly.
All right, and that's our truth after this break. We'd also love to hear from you watching. As the phone lines will be open, we'll be checking out your Facebook and X messages. We are at TVC Connect on X and at TVC Entertainment on Facebook using the hashtag
Esplash on TVC.
We caught up with some of our friends at an event. Let's find out what they have to say.
TSM, Syndrome Monday.
My parents even doubted if they bettered me, or sometimes, because my dad would be like, if you don't look like us, I wonder who gave birth to you. But no, I've never doubted that my parents gave birth to me. They are my parents, my mom, my dad. I look like them, and,
One of those moments when I have one dad, if my parents are actually my parents, I'll just say my mom, right? She's very strict. She's a core disciplinarian, and she disciplined me at every little time. So one day I was just like, and why I actually thought that is because my dad is so sweet. I don't think my dad ever flogged me.
There was a time I told my mom, I think I'm going to have a DNA test. Yeah. I don't look anything like them.
Yes, I have. Okay, there was a time I sneaked out for a show. I was supposed to perform, and then my dad, they're both late though, so they never supported, especially my dad. He never supported me. So I'm always sneaking out. So the day I came back, the day he beats me, the way he beats me that day, like, I was actually pushed to ask, how do you wonder, are you sure you gave birth to me? Because you're beating me like a thief.
At some point, yes.
At what point?
Get one beat where my papa beat me. Okay, there was one scenario that happened, and I came back late, and this man beat me shege. And I had to ask some people, I need to confirm if this man is really my father. And at the end of the day, it was when I get older, then I get to appreciate those stuff.
Yeah, I remember that was way back when I was a little younger then. My mother beat me, but that kind of beating, I was like, is she really my real mother or what? That kind of meeting was so terrible.
So I think it's pretty normal for, I think every Nigerian has experienced that before. Okay, in my own case, I'm the only boy and I'm the last born. So I felt I was going to be spoiled. I felt I would be, but that wasn't the case. I mean, my dad was stern. My mom was very strict. But, at the end of the day, I didn't doubt that I grew up to understand. Well, yeah, I mean, there were a lot of trashings, a lot of beatings. There was this moment, I had a bicycle when I was young. So, normal, don't go out. I went out, and my dad's a doctor. So before he commenced treatment to treat my injury because I fell while riding the bike, he decided to first beat me silly. And then after that, he now, did his stuff. So apparently, probably because he was a doctor, he knew that it's nothing much. So.
But it's a normal thing for everybody, though. While we are young, when they are treating us somehow, we get my point. But it's all about upbringing. So there was a point in time that I feel like, trusting that these people are then born me. You know what I mean?
There were times, while growing up, where I had to doubt if truly they were the ones who breastfed me, because the way they will beat you. It's just like your daddy is taking out the frustration of the country on you. You did something that is not even worth, too much lashing. He will beat me. I mean, he has beat me before. I saw my great-grandfather, whose picture I have not seen before. I'm telling you, this is not a joke. Because he will tell you that if I beat you this evening, you will see people that have died before. I thought it was a joke until I saw my great-grandfather.
TSM, it's Truth Syndrome Monday.
That you see your great-grandfather whose picture you've never seen.
Beats the guy seeing ancestors.
Person where you never see in picture.
He turned Black Panther. You know that Black Panther?
Or like Lion King when he goes to the meeting.
But we have some messages quickly. Let's read your messages on social media.
Yeah, so before we go on, if you're just joining, we asked the question, have you ever doubted if your parents gave birth to you, and if so, why? So I'm on Facebook, and Felicia Akeke says, yes, I've also doubted if my mom, she doesn't let me and my siblings rest at all. In fact, we can sweep the home a million times till she will shout, oh, sweep this place, Seth. It's not neat. Come back and sweep it. Quintemi Oyevade says, yes, I have doubted it. My mom is a disciplinarian. She doesn't take rubbish at all. She disciplined us, me and my siblings, accordingly. Maybe slap, night beating, or night beating. Wow. Or kneeling down for hours, so I feel she's still strict on us. And maybe she's in my real mom, but today I'm grateful I have the best mom ever because those disciplines have shaped my life positively. Meeting different people daily make me realize how uncultured I could have been if not for my mom. Tim Tokwedo says, yes, my mom and dad were separated since childhood, but my stepmom do maltreat me a lot. So I had to call my mom one day when the suffering was too much and ask her, are you really my mom? Like, because if she was the mom, why would she leave her there to face all of that? Okel Woyemisi says, yes, every time, because the beating from both was way too much. Oluwaferami says, yes, so, because the way she beats me sometimes, you go think, say, na war, but all na lesson, sha. Thanks, mommy. But, mommy, you beat me, gone. So do you have more messages?
Yes, I do have messages on X. Raphael Yam says, yes, there was this time I misplaced my secondary school results. So when my dad got to find out that my results were missing, he sent me out of the house to never come back without the results. So he got me thinking if it was my biological father. He said, you deserve to be out. You deserve. Amov says, this happened to me personally. The way we were beaten while growing up was different from the way my younger ones were beaten. And sometimes they don't get beaten at all. Sometimes makes me wonder what really changed, but it's for the best. Kalipaka says, good day, gang. Question is, have you ever doubted whether your parents gave birth to you? And if so, why? As for me, Mr. Kali, yeah, sometimes, especially the way they talk and treat me. I'm just coming back from traveling. Love you, my lady.
Oh, we love you too on Esplash. Let me just take this last one before we go. This one is very important. Priscilla Aro Shafe says, I was beaten even on my birthday. I can't think, say they miscarried me for what, but got to know late. So they had no choice but to take me home. Chai, mo jekini kon egbani, 3 mouths koboko.
I mean, before we go, there's actually a survey that was done in the United States, and they said Nigerians were one of the most disciplined people and also well-trained, well-behaved people, and educationally as well, we're also one of the most advanced people in terms of education. And this also boils down to the fact that it's the way we're brought up. So I mean, it's also a plus for us at the same time.
All right, and on that note, we say thank you so much for tuning into the show. Happy Children's Day still, and I did it with Small J and myself, Baby Cat, in the building. Bye for now, guys. Making it at 12 tomorrow for Esplash, okay?